anyone who has been around the presidential candidates of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, in the last 2 months would not have failed to notice something peculiar about the air around him and his team. There's a suspicious confidence, a certain palpable arrogance, a cocksuredness that is troubling. You cannot but suspect that there is something underground, something going on that you just can't put your finger on. The Waziri Adamawa himself behaves and carries on as if he's already president or a sitting monarch or even emperor. He carries on as if he's just waiting for the day of crowning and inauguration. Around him, there's scant attention to what the two other prominent candidates camps are up to. They behave as a group just waiting to step in, as if the elections won't matter, as if it is going to be a fait accomplished, okay, around them. And I come out with the impression that most of them believe that nothing except perhaps death can stop Atiku Abubakar from becoming incoming president. And I am intrigued. Something may be loading for which the public has no knowledge. A conspiracy is possibly afoot, as if it is only an intervening circumstances can bring them down from their Olympia euphoria of certain victory to the reality of what they are perhaps failing to see or envisage. This has given room to speculations and suspicions that this bird dancing on the road has musical backings from the nearby bush. Questions include: what are they depending on? What fuels their confidence? What are they doing or seeing that the rest of us are not even seeing? Or what are their opponents are not seeing or doing? What role is Aso Rock and the emergent opportunistic ruling class created under the Buhari misrule and the plot to use religion to hoodwink the masses playing in fueling this feeling? Forget the rascalities and measured tantrums of the Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike and his band of 4 governors and other senior members of the opposition PDP, but take a look at how Atiku and his handlers have chosen to handle them. Truth be told, the feelings one gets is that they do not give a hoot about whatever the Rivers State Governor chooses to do. They don't care. They believe he is explainable, expendable, and peripheral to the envisaged assumed victory of the former vice president. That perhaps explains what they are choosing or they have chosen to give him the caustic aside of their tongues. That too explains why they have continued to ignore and rubbish his grand standings. Okay, that is a wicked grand standing. From my findings, I can confess that they have a working plan to outwit him, even in Rivers State, where he is currently the political thing god. Part of their strategy has been to go behind him, recruit all those with a grudge against him, those who have been sidelined, those who plan to position themselves for the possible goodies of an Atiku presidency. And they are legion. There are so many. The Uche Secondus, the Austin Okparas, the Chibundu Uches, and so on have already abandoned the wicked train to team up with the Atiku gang. Atiku is doing the same thing in Oyo State, where Governor Seyi Makinde is sitting on a keg of conspiratorial detonators. They plan to ensure that he doesn't get a second term. An alliance with several elements, including the Accord Party in the state, is in the works. Even in Benue, the same underground schemings are afoot, even while not going for outright wins. The target is to get the enabling all-important 25% votes across these states. But all these are child's play compared to what they are said to have perfected to do in the north. Deep Throat urges want to just cast a discerning eye on the All Progressives Congress and the underground scheming going on the north, going on in the northwest and northeast. The prediction is that a repeat of Jonathan treatment is being perfected, which brings me to the one his fans love calling Ashiwaju or Jagaban. I am talking of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. From intel on ground today, except governor or something major happens within the next few weeks, he will find himself a victim of the scam those masquerading as the party's political leaders in the northeast and northwest have perfected. Tinubu, from all indications, may probably find out too late that he has been taken on a foolish man's ride, on a superior political gimmick, on the road to monumental disgrace. He and his supporters will be shocked when a day after the elections, despite spending huge uncountable billions of naira pushing his aspirations, he ends up third behind Atiku and Peter Obi. The feeling is that though the governors under the APC flag in the north threw their weight behind Asiwaju Tinubu during the primaries of the party, they will either appear hamstrung in what will likely appear as ineffectual support for the APC candidates or blatantly throw an underhand support for the PDP candidate. Pundits already predict that more than half of the APC states will fail to return victorious votes for their party in the presidential elections. Observers are currently of the view that should the Opla around Peter Obi candidacy continue unabated, that should the self-funding mobilization find a leeway into the north, east and northwest, and the youth and marginalized elites queue behind him, the Obidati phenomenon may just be the real surprise. In sheer numbers, it is predicted that the Labour Party candidates may just garner a majority of the popular vote, but it is likely to fall short of the 25% vote in two-thirds of the states in the country. This in itself will bring about a new headache for the electoral body, who may be forced to declare the candidate with the two-thirds requirement as winner. As of today, it seems from what can be gleaned from careful speculations on the support base of each candidate and party, PDP is more likely to get the 25% vote in two-thirds of the state of the federation than the APC and Labour parties. Tinubu and the APC will need to struggle very hard to get up to required numbers as it is. The South, South and Southeast may likely return the 25% vote to him in less than 4 of their 11 states. This will make him come second in this regard, but he might still end up getting less total votes than Atiku Abubakar and Obi. This speculation sounds crazy now, but they might eventually turn out as the reality. My assumption is that perhaps these calculations and speculations are what majorly for the almost invincible confidence being displayed by Atiku Abubakar and his circle of handlers. But then Tinubu is known to be an astute political strategist. And as they say, a day in politics is a very long time. Who knows? The seemingly impossible can still happen, but my gut feel as at today sees this race as a youth versus the old brigade, with the expected betrayal of Tinubu by the northern elites projected. The result might just turn out to be a contest without Obi and Atiku Abubakar. Okay? To those who were not privileged to listen to President Muhammadu Buhari make the announcement himself, here is the news. He is to retire to the budding profession of stand-up comedy immediately after handing over as president on May 29, 2023. The president, who was a guest of the one of the media and his enemies called the Supreme Court Governor of Imo State, gave the reason why he will opt for that profession. Nigerians are hard of hearing. They are behind or they are blind to all his good works and they are diseased in the mouth. That is why they keep claiming that they have not seen all the monumental accomplishments which his government has chalked up in the last almost 8 years, giving himself a pat on the back, even if those who should do so refuse to. The president was particularly unhappy with a fifth columnist in and around his government and party, APC. He says they have so far refused to turn on the globus loudspeakers to announce to the deaf, dumb and blind Nigerians all the goodies he has blessed Nigerians with since he became president. For example, those who should be hailing him like he's a garrulous, caustic and propagandist spokesman, his line minister, his party flag bearer, Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and all those campaigning under his party flag are all making strenuous efforts to distance themselves from his government's achievements. But why? As one of his major supporters, I agree with him that not enough publicity has been given to the gross monumental incompetence, the avalanche of killings, terrorism, kidnapping, unemployment, the naira getting cheaper than toilet tissue, hunger induced by bad economic policies or lack of same of his government, ASU strike and the general downward spiral of everything in Nigeria. Not even the rail line to Maradi in Niger Republic or the refineries built and donated to them by his government are getting publicity. Instead, the little effort on the second bridge, the Lagos to Ibadan rail and all other too insignificant to mention things are what they are excited about and magnifying and dishing out to the public. Nigerians keep yapping about the 42 trillion debt burden is leaving behind. What is wrong with them? Why are they so ungrateful? Why are they so mean? Out of office next May, President Buhari will surely rake in millions of naira as a top-range comedian as he tries to convince the nation that no other Nigerian president will ever achieve the level of calamity he has visited on the country. This is what food for thoughts. So guys, let's know your thoughts on this. Thank you.